So in this video, I'm going to do a little review and reaction to Kendall Jenner's mountain house,
Hey AD, it's me again. Welcome to my mountain house.
which was featured on AD Architectural Digest. And honestly, I feel like this house is controversial. That's exactly why I felt like I should expand on it and make a video about it. But before I get into Kendall Jenner's house, we've seen Kardashian Jenner family houses over the years. I actually already have a video about that. So far, my favorite one is Kim's house, the one she had with Kanye. That minimalist house, it was perfect. Not that I would personally like to live in a house like that, because it can be very complicated living in such a minimal space, but the whole thing felt like a sculpture. And I feel like that's something no one can ever forget. Both Kanye and Kim have this characteristic of being unique. I haven't seen that level of creativity and uniqueness in others' houses so far, like the more generic Kardashian house. So, let's get into it. First of all, as she said herself, it's an explosion of fabric texture and pattern. It is. This house is explosion of fabric pattern and texture, but I can't say it's always in a good way. I mean, as you walk through the house, you'll realize what I mean. Let's start with this big sofa, the one she's clearly in love with. She says she had people over, they sat end to end on this sofa, and it was perfect. Well, I don't like it. It is too big. Whenever I see something this huge, this heavy, I immediately think about cleaning it. I know she probably has someone cleaning it for her, but still, it doesn't make me feel safe. Something this massive and rigid in the middle of a room can work as a statement piece. Yes, the pattern is beautiful, but as she put it, this room is supposed to feel grandma chic, cozy. And I'm sorry, to me, this is not cozy. And it's not cozy especially because of the size of this sofa. She could have designed this room in a better way and still had a statement piece with this pattern. But this, I don't even know what to call it. It's not even a sectional. I like the pattern, I like the idea, but the execution, not great. And then the coffee table. When you're staging a house like this, placing books so intentionally stacked perfectly in certain sizes, it becomes obvious that this room is not lived in. It's a stage. And I don't like that at all. It feels cluttered. But look at the mug she's holding. The mug fits the house. You expect someone living in this house to have that mug. That part works. Then she mentioned that when she was designing, there were no rules. She wanted to see the limits. I get it. I mean, I can definitely see there were no rules. Not necessarily in a good way. Let's continue. I actually liked something she said when she was designing this room, like this living room. She was thinking about what kind of nights she could have there with her friends. I like that. Even if we don't all get the chance to design our house like this, when you are furnishing your living room or redecorating, it's so powerful to think about the nights you're going to have there. With friends, with family, it gives good energy. It helps you visualize the space more vividly. I like how she put that. Another thing I like, she goes for antiques. She's always searching for special pieces. That's it. That's what makes a house so special. Not buying everything from IKEA or Walmart, but going antique shopping, making a day out of it, curating something meaningful. That part I love. And the skylight in the kitchen, the way the light comes in, that's beautiful. Now let's talk about the checkered flooring in the kitchen. I'm not the biggest fan. She said she were going for something more neutral. This is not neutral. The rest of the kitchen is fine, but the flooring? No. You shouldn't have done that. It's not even eclectic. There are already so many colors and textures happening. Adding this flooring feels so unnecessary. And honestly, I'm sure deep down the designer knew this wasn't the strongest move. Let's move on to the bathroom. I'm sorry again, I don't like it. The details feel more like a cafe or a restaurant bathroom, not a home. And then dining area. The big sofa and the chair again. It feels like a restaurant. The sofa is bright, you're eating there. It's not practical. I'm sorry. But then I see the puzzle on the dining table and I think, okay, maybe not so much dining is happening here. Let's move on to the bar. Okay, this is so nice, classic, and intentional. Effortless. Not trying so hard. I like it. And again, she has so many authentic paintings and antique pieces. That part works beautifully. I love it. Now, let's move on to the bedroom. There are corners in this house that are beautiful, but not always the whole room together. For example, this bedroom. In her bedroom, I don't like the bed area. The bed feels too rigid and the wallpaper pattern is very detailed and small. The combination doesn't work. But on the other side, the fireplace, the painting, and this drawer, I love this part. So I like half the bedroom, not the other half. Now the bathroom. With the burgundy marble and wood, stunning. So chic, the combination is working perfectly. I couldn't take my eyes off it. But then she calls the shower peaceful. I'm sorry to break it to you. There is nothing peaceful about this shower. Fun, maybe. Peaceful, no. And again, similar to the kitchen flooring, I'm sure the designer knew it, that it was a bold move and not in a good way. Then there is the room for nieces and nephews. I feel claustrophobic just by looking at it. So many patterns, so much going on. It feels so overwhelming. Unless you want to feel slightly prison like or claustrophobic, I don't understand that choice at all. And the whole organization of room. Moving on, the green and brown bathroom, the coloring works. The green tiles with the wood work, but the wood part of it gives me sauna vibes. Not bad, just sauna vibes. And also, I have to mention something else. When she says she has fun little random moments in the house, I was like, that's the whole house. Everything is a fun little random moment. Sometimes it feels like there are more random parts than intentional ones. Anyway, the guest room wallpaper is still detailed and small, but since the bed is less rigid, it works better than her bedroom. In the guest bathroom, I don't love the deep green with the blue tile, but if you like it, okay. And then the little car room that acts like third guest room. I love the idea, it's creative, but again, the execution, not so much. I mean, the idea is strong, the execution isn't perfect. But also the bathroom part, it's so much fun. I like it. Generally speaking, when you see people who can literally do anything with their house, your expectations are high. And I expected more. So I'm not the biggest fan of this house. I don't feel like it's something unforgettable or groundbreaking. I feel like she could have done it much better. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for this video. Hope to see you in the next one.